welcome to part 8 of Zoronden's playthrough of the Pandaren monk on the beta. I'm Zoronden, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we are going to face the Onyx Serpent. Now, as you can see, there's already a bunch of dead ones lying around, so we just gotta wait a second for the new one to spawn up. There he is, in fact, in all his cloud serpent glory. And what we're gonna do is, you can see these firework pots here. We're gonna shoot fireworks off at him, and we're gonna kill him with fireworks. So if your parents ever told you that you'd shoot your eye out with fireworks, this is probably not at all what they meant, actually. Just keep hitting that pot. The fireworks will actually seek him out. You don't have to get the ones that are below him or anything like that. And once he's down, you'll phase into the new area, and there'll actually only be one corpse, which makes it look a lot nicer. And then go ahead and talk to Master Shang-Zi and get your next quest and your new cloak, and we will head on up to the next area. Follow along with Master Shang-Zi here. We're getting close to the new area up here. As you notice, we only have 2 areas left undiscovered on the map, so we are most of the way through the starting area at this point. And Shang-Zi will do some talking along the way, so read that if you want. I'll show you a little bit of the panda walking animation if you want to see that at all. There'll be a few guys along the way, like 10 Bitter Rage. And then you gotta fight this Guardian of Elders. Again, just like any of the other mobs, as long as you hit him, which I yet again didn't do, you'll get count for it. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and edit out the waiting for him to respawn, so I will see you on the other side. And there we go, the Guardian's back up. And we'll go ahead and engage him in combat. It goes down fairly easy. And those mists disappear, so we can go back up and continue to escort Master Shang-Zi. Forgot his name for a second there. Go up right to this area right here. And turn our quest in and get the next couple. And we're going to be fighting those little plant scamps again. So what we need to do is gather some ritual charms, which are hanging in the trees, as well as defeat 8 of the thorn branch scamps. So we'll run around here and grab these charms first, since it seems that there are more than there are people around. Now this area is fairly large. There's some other areas you can go to that probably aren't going to be as populated by the masses doing their quests. So if you take a little bit of time to run to a different area, you'll probably actually complete the quest quicker. Where we are currently is the Wood of Staves. It's a little forest of staves. Basically what we're going to find out here towards the end of this quest line is that towards the end of their lives, Pandaren come here and put their staves here, and it's kind of a remembrance area. So we'll continue to fight these scamps and grab our thorn branches. Alright, I guess that's who we're killing. Grab our Kunpai ritual charms. Basically, we're gathering ritual charms for Master Shang-Zi to perform his ritual, which we will see in a little bit of what that entails. But yes, what we're doing is gathering up charms and whatnot for Shang-Zi to do his ritual. So, just need to clear these little scamps out. They can be slightly annoying, as they do occasionally spawn little buddies, as you can see there, and the little buddies do not count towards the quest total. So they're just more annoying than they are actually dangerous. Oh yes, I was talking about these orbs that are spawning. They appear to be chi, which is interesting. Something I've been considering is that if we max out our chi, does one spawn? So that's what I'm going to try and see here. But as you can see, I'm currently maxed out on chi, and that orb's not really spawning, so I'm not entirely sure what that actually is. And if it's on purpose, or if it's a error that's occurring. So we'll have to see what that leads to, if Blizzard's going to remove that, put that in the tooltip of some ability that's actually a thing. But we're winding down here, got almost all our scamps. Like I was saying, if you go to a different area where nobody's at, it goes a lot quicker, even though you had to run there. And just one more left here. I don't know if you've noticed it all through the playing of my episodes here, but auto group, or excuse me, AoE looting has been enabled on the beta. It's very nice. Works about 5 to 6 yards, I believe. But I mean, you won't even notice it's necessarily on or off, just because you're going to get all the loot in a single loot panel and not necessarily think about it. And that's the glory of AoE looting, is that it's there, you loot it, and you don't have to think about it. You move on, and you've looted all the corpses that in the area that you killed. So we'll go ahead and turn in our quests here to Shengzi, and then he's going to give us a little speech about the history of the Wandering Isle. So I'll go ahead and let you read that, and we'll resume once he's done. Basically here, this is the reveal that the island is alive. I believe it, I have the name right here, yes, Shenzhen Su is the name of the island. So we've learned that the island's alive, and what you'll notice there is Master Shangzi just disappeared. That's not actually a phase thing, he actually did just disappear, and through the quest line, what you realize is that Master Shangzi was at the end of his lifespan, and he came to the Wood of Staves to place his staff in the ground and basically pass on. So he is now gone, and in spirit form we actually will meet him later. But what we're going to do now is take a hot air balloon ride, and we're going to go talk to Shenzhen Su. Yes, Shenzhen Su, I got it right. The island. So we'll jump in here with Firepaw and Cloud Singer, and we'll take a little hot air balloon ride. And I will let you enjoy that. And if you didn't already know, this is the big reveal that the Wandering Isle is in fact a giant turtle. You can spin around here and you can see quite a bit of his shell. And as we float down, we will see his face and eyes. You can actually click him now, and you can see that, well, I guess that's the hot air balloon, but he's highlightable over in the right corner if you see that. And there he is. He actually comes up and talks back to you. It's pretty cool. A little bit of a glitch bump there. You'll actually notice he's got barnacles on his face, and moss and seaweed growing off of him. There's trees and bushes on his head. You can clearly tell not only is he absolutely giant, but he's very old. I believe they said he's well over 3,000 years old, or at least around 3,000 years old. And I mean, he's been home to the Pandaren on the Wandering Isle for every one of their entire lives. The only Pandaren we've ever met on the mainland of Azeroth have been from the Wandering Isle. So, this is essentially all we know of the Pandaren. Now we are getting into a little fog here. I'm not exactly sure why that's occurring. Probably just a little glitch that hopefully Blizzard can edit out before it goes live. But as we're sailing over here, we're basically going to this one area that we haven't been yet, and basically Shenzhou is in pain, and we're going to go find out why. And as we start floating over here, you can recognize this is one of the Alliance airships. And if you look in the side of Shenzhou here, he's got a heck of a wound that is gushing quite a bit of blood. So we can definitely understand why he's in pain and having an issue. It's a little bit bigger than a splinter. So what we're going to end up doing is meeting the Horde and the Alliance for the first time very soon. Which just means that we are wrapping up on the Wandering Isle, and we'll soon be choosing our faction to join. So we're going to go ahead and take a little parachute ride down here and go back up to the Temple of the Five Dawns. Boom. Alright, so we're back up here, and the elements are all still here, and you will notice Master Shang-Zi is, of course, not here, because he has passed on. But the Elder Shao Pai is going to help us out. I'm going to go and talk to him. Get our next quest, excuse me. And we're going to go open the gate to the village that is the Pei Wu Forest. So we'll go ahead and head on that way, and I am going to call it quits here for part 8. Next time, on part 9, we're going to venture out into Pei Wu Forest. We're going to meet the Horde and the Alliance for the first time, and we're going to try to heal up Shenzhou Su. So, once again, I'm Zoronden, and thank you for subscribing, and I'll catch you next time in part 8.